Buenos días a todos, quiero darles la bienvenida, agradecerles por acompañarnos en este evento. Mi nombre es Alejandra Zapata y hago parte del equipo de Consejería Académica y Relaciones Internacionales de Colfuturo. Hoy tendremos un webinar con algunas universidades del Reino Unido como University of Sussex, Cranfield University, University of York, University of Nottingham, University of Glasgow y University of Warwick. Nos estarán hablando un poco de la oferta académica que tienen disponible, cómo es estudiar en Reino Unido, algunas opciones de financiamiento y estaremos en contacto con todas estas personas. Quiero recordarles que nos pueden seguir en nuestras redes sociales, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, para ver todo nuestro cronograma de actividades, también en nuestra página web colfuturo.org. Y recordarles que esta sesión está siendo grabada para posteriormente ser enviada a todos ustedes y también va a estar en nuestro canal de YouTube. So thank you so much for being here and you can start.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. This presentation is just to basically present and introduce you the UK as an amazing destination to study. So we have amazing universities here present with us, and people who are going to share with you are Sandra Silva, Kyle Blame, Emma Paul-Freeman, Rachel Bannister, su servidor, Luis Anyanguren, and Jenny Gonzalez-Hogg. Every one of us is going to have a different section, and then at the end, we're going to present very briefly about our universities. But the idea of this is to help you to choose a destination and to basically show you how amazing the UK is to do your master's or your degree or your PhD. So I give the floor to Rachel.
Thank you very much, Luis. So hi, everybody. Thank you for joining today. I'm going to cover factors that you need to consider when choosing a university in the UK. So the first question is, of course, which course is right for you? So there are lots of different courses available across lots of universities in the UK. We have hundreds of universities and hundreds of thousands of courses. So it's really important that you have a think about which course is the right one for you. The examples that we've got on this slide here all fit under the word business. So which type of business is it that you are considering? Is it business excellent? There's program and project management within business. There's biotechnology, processing and business management in our life sciences department. I should say these are examples, all the courses that offer business within the University of Warwick, which is my university, but they all have completely different sections and sectors that they cover. So is it business administration or finance, consulting? Those are all the types of things that you would need to consider, and which element of the program that you're interested in is that you would like to consider. Each of them, and for all the universities that are here today and across the UK, we have lots of specialties, so it is really important for you to have a look in the subject area initially. So it could be politics, it could be engineering or business, and then narrow that down so that you can specialise in that area that you would like to really become more of an expert in for your master's programme. As I said, we've got 24 different master's degree titles across 5 different departments that all include business. So really important that you do lots of research and find which courses are the right ones and the best ones suited to you at your chosen university. And next slide, please. So the next thing to do is research the appropriate universities. These are just some of the things that you can consider while you are looking at your chosen universities. So have a look at rankings, have a look at the relevant course content and also the teaching style. They all differ depending on the university that you choose. And while the degree subject may say the same, so it might be business analytics, for example, each university has its own version of that course. So have a look at the modules and see whether they are right for you, and check which ones are the modules that are offered without exception. So everybody has to do those. We call those core modules, and then optional ones will with the ones that you can choose. So you have often lots of opportunity to shape your degree in the way that you see fit, and some of the modules that you would like to do. Make sure you have that research ready so that you have had a look for the program that suits you best. There's just two examples here for QS and also the Times Higher Education. They are just two of many different rankings tables available, but they can give you an indication of some of the information that you may be looking for when considering your further education in the UK. Next one is looking at the entry requirements. So you found the course that you'd like to study and you know which university you'd like to study it at. What is it that we're asking for? So some of them have the same phrase but worded differently, which we know isn't very helpful. But so a typical course in the UK may ask for an upper second or a lower second class honours degree or equivalent. So that could be a 2-1 or a 2-2, depending on whether it's upper or lower second class honours. And quite often they do say that it needs to be in a related subject. So if you aren't sure, then you can get in touch with one of the representatives for your university here today. We're happy to discuss that in further detail with you. Another example would be the economics one on the right-hand side. You must have or expect to obtain a degree specialising mainly in economics of first or upper second class honours from a British university or the equivalent. So that just gives you an indication of the different terms. The economics ones mentions particular modules that you need to have studied, and if you don't have them, they will not consider you. So it's really important to bear that in mind before you submit your application. Lots of our websites have the equivalencies available for Columbia. So what the grades are that we accept for that course, you can look that up before you apply, so you know whether you are suitable for that program or not, and also whether you have the relevant course modules that it's looking for. So those two things are really important to consider. The next thing, as I mentioned, we have different terms for different phrases. So first and a 2-1 or upper second class honours. This table just gives you a short indication of what that actually means. So the first thing to note, and as it says here on the slide, is that different universities have their own equivalencies. So what Warwick may ask for is equivalent to a first class honours might not be the same as Cranfield or York or Nottingham, anybody else on the call. So do have a look and check those websites to see what they are. These are some of the equivalencies available, but as I said, make sure you have a look before you submit that application. How much time should you allow for your application? Again, each university has different processing times for their applications. That does depend on the admissions team primarily. Our processing times at Warwick are 6 weeks for a master's course, and it can be between 6 to 8 weeks for a research course or a PhD. So do bear in mind when you're applying, do you have a deadline to apply for your funding? If so, consider that when you're looking at your application, and also visa application times. This year and the last 2 years, more than most, there's been lots of pressure on visa applications. So make sure you give yourself enough time to apply, to get your decision, to submit your funding application, and to get your visa to be here to start on time in September or October for your chosen course. Just a final quick one, this is on English language requirements. Different universities have different requirements. So again, be sure to check the websites available. This is some of the ones available at Warwick. So we accept IELTS Academic, TOEFL IBT, Pearson, Cambridge, CAE and CPE, and also Duolingo. Each course will have different grades, and the same course at a different university may also have different requirements. So do check those before you apply and sit your English tests. And that's me. I'll hand over to Kyle now.
Hi everyone, thanks very much Rachel. So yeah, I'm Kyle, I'm not Joe as it says there, but I'm representing the University of Glasgow today, but I'm first off going to tell you a little bit about how to apply for our courses. For master's programs, more or less across the board, you will apply directly through the university website. So whichever university you're looking to apply to, get onto their website and navigate yourself to the program pages usually. So every program usually has its own website, its own page on the website. And if you find that page, you can usually apply through that website itself. some notes and some things that you really should pay attention to. Check the entry requirements. Entry requirements may be on those program pages, but for many of you and for many of our universities, they're actually on the specific Colombian country info page. So all of our universities will have a specific web page on our sites for Colombian students. On there, it will highlight the entry requirements as well as often some scholarships and fees, and it really is just a good place to navigate yourself to on our websites for information specific to yourselves from Colombia. Look out for the required documents that you might need to apply. So often that is references. It can often be things like, for creative writing, for example, it can be a folio. There can be personal statements involved, statements of interest. So just make sure you pay attention to the documents that are required for you to be able to make an application. That can also include things like the English language certificates that Rachel had mentioned, and also final degree transcripts as well. Remember, you don't need to provide everything in order to apply. So this is really, really important to note. You don't have to have all of your documents ready if you want to apply. You can start an application without having all the documents. So if you've not quite finished your degree yet, or you're yet to complete your English language proficiency certificate to show your English language level, you don't have to apply after you've got them. You can apply prior to sitting your tests or prior to receiving your degree transcript, and we can wait until you've got them. We'll just give you a conditional offer, and I'll talk about them in a minute or two, and we'll condition you to get us those documents before we can really make you that offer. Application turnaround times vary greatly, to be honest, both inside institutions. So we have some courses at Glasgow, for example, that we should get an offer or response to your application back to you within 2 to 3 weeks. But we also have some courses at Glasgow where we gather applications in what we call a gathered field, and they can take around a month or 2 months to get back to you. We wait on loads of applications to come in so that we can assess them fairly against each other for some of our more competitive courses. Also, turnaround times differ by institution. So our turnaround times at Glasgow could vary greatly to the likes of Cranfield or Nottingham, Warwick, Sussex, York. So many universities will state turnaround times on our websites, but if you've waited and waited and waited and you're really not sure, you can reach out to the likes of us to find out when you might hear back. It's also worth noting that some programs do have application fees as well. Not all of ours at Glasgow do, but some do. So it's worth just having a look on the website to see if there is an application fee to the program that you're applying to. So once you've applied to us, once you've opened your application and sent it off to us, there's a range of different things that can happen. First off, and potentially the best thing that you can see from any of our institutions, is an unconditional offer. That means that you have submitted everything that we need, and we're happy to accept you onto the course that you've applied to. One rung down from that is a conditional offer. So that means that you're looking good, you're looking ready to come and join us, but we just need a few further things from us. Often that can be a certain grade in your degree, or a condition can be on your English language, for example. So that's a rung down. So you can either get an unconditional offer or a conditional offer. Unfortunately, there is also the rejection. So if you don't quite meet the level that we're looking for, or you don't quite have what we're looking for in order to accept you onto our course, we may have to reject you, unfortunately. We ask all of our students to upload outstanding documents by July. So if you've applied without certain documents like that degree transcript or your English language certificate, and make sure you have uploaded them by July, and that means that we can get your CAS to you. That means that we can start the visa process in time, and you can be with us on our campuses on time to start your course properly. And then, yeah, as it says there, CAS for your visa application. So your CAS is the number that we will give you in the summer, so that you can then apply for your visa and start that process, so that, as I say, you can come and join us on campus on time when your course starts, usually in August, September time. I think, yeah, that's me, and I will pass over to Louise.
Muchísimas gracias. Esta sección la voy a hacer en español porque es un poquito más personal para mí. Como pueden ver por el acento, yo soy venezolano, soy de la hermana república. Yo vine a estudiar a Inglaterra ya hace algunos años y hice aquí una de mis licenciaturas y de verdad la pasé, para mí fue una experiencia genial. Entonces, esto de por qué es el Reino Unido no es solamente de la parte, mucho de la información ustedes ya van a conocer, pero también le puse un poquito de una historia personal para compartir con ustedes cómo es ser un latino en el Reino Unido. Para empezar, por supuesto, ya información que ustedes conocen, el Reino Unido tiene una gran historia de darle la bienvenida a estudiantes internacionales. Hay más de 40.000 cursos en casi 400 universidades. Aquí las maestrías duran 1 año, las licenciaturas duran 3 años y los doctorados duran entre 3 y 4 años. Entonces les ahorra tiempo y dinero. Por supuesto, aquí escucharon ya acentos and the Queen's English, que es una gran ventaja. A mí me encanta, por ejemplo, el acento escocés es especialmente una debilidad. Por supuesto, ustedes están aquí porque conocen la calidad de la educación inglesa y lo importante que eso es. Pero para mí una de las cosas que a mí más me gustó de estar en el Reino Unido es el ambiente de las universidades, es lo multicultural que es. Todas las universidades aquí presentes tienen aproximadamente al menos 100 diferentes nacionalidades en campus. Y eso es súper bonito, es conocer el mundo en tu universidad. Cuando yo estudié aquí, mi casa éramos un venezolano, una rusa, un sueco, un japonés, 2 americanos y 3 ingleses. Y eso fue súper, súper bonito. Y es algo que a mí me enseñó muchísimo, que de verdad, igualmente con las clases. Hay más de 100 nacionalidades, vas a tener estudiantes de todo el mundo, vas a tener amigos de todo el mundo, y eso abre muchísimas oportunidades de network. Ustedes están hoy en la era de las redes sociales y eso ayuda muchísimo. Y eso les va a abrir muchas puertas. Ustedes tienen amigos y compañeros que han trabajado en sus áreas y eso también ayuda mucho. Esas son las cosas más bonitas que tiene el estudiar en Inglaterra. Otra de las cosas que es súper bonito, como ya comenté, es la proximidad a Europa. Aquí tienen, por supuesto, el inglés, que es súper bonito, pero el viajar a Europa es súper sencillo. Ustedes van a conocer muchísimos europeos. Yo visité 7 países europeos cuando era un estudiante y mis amigos, y solamente pagué el pasaje. Mis amigos europeos me recibieron en su casa y me enseñaron el país de verdad. Y eso es súper bonito. Como les comenté antes, las universidades aquí le enseñan a conocer el mundo en un sitio. Y Europa también les enseña lo pequeño que es el mundo hoy en día. Europa es un continente bastante pequeño, tiene 46 países y 23 lenguajes oficiales. Cada país que ustedes conozcan va a tener una arquitectura distinta, una comida distinta, unas costumbres distintas y posiblemente un idioma distinto. Y eso es súper bonito. Para ponerlo en contexto, este es el tamaño de Colombia en comparación con Europa. Y eso es algo súper, súper bonito. Aparte de Europa, aparte de lo multicultural, algo que es único de Inglaterra son 2 cosas. Uno es la seguridad. Yo creo que eso a nosotros como latinos nos impresiona mucho y nos sorprende mucho. Cada vez que yo tengo aquí un latino y ellos vienen acá y los estudiantes, es súper impresivo el Spanglish. Lo seguro que es acá. Yo creo que, por ejemplo, aquí las pistolas son ilegales. Entonces aquí hay una gran seguridad y eso es algo que ustedes como latinos les da, ¿sabes? Que ustedes pueden salir a cualquier hora de la noche y no les va a pasar nada. Y eso es algo muy bonito que a mí me impresionó mucho. Lo otro que es lo más importante y es lo que a mí me hizo quedarme en Inglaterra. Ustedes cuando van a venir por 3 años, 1 año, van a estar en otro país. El cultural shock is going to happen, va a suceder. Y es bonito y es súper importante estar en un país que los quiera y que los reciba. Una de las cosas más bonitas que tiene el Reino Unido con los latinos es cómo ellos quieren al latino. Para ellos el latino es sol y playa, es música, pero especialmente es comida y eso, fútbol. Y el fútbol no es un deporte, es una religión. Yo no estoy diciendo que la ciudad es perfecta porque esto no existe, pero los ingleses con los latinos son clase y aparte. Por ejemplo, el bar más cercano a mi casa, que se llama Paris House, es un bar de jazz. Ellos tienen música en vivo todas las semanas. Una vez al mes tienen cumbia. Y es un grupo de 5 inglesitos tocando cumbia. Y el bar se llena. Y eso es muy bonito. Aquí todo el mundo conoce quién es Maluma, quién es Shakira, quién es Sofía Vergara. Entonces aquí los van a querer muchísimo. Y eso es muy importante. Ustedes vienen aquí a estudiar, pero el sentirse querido, el sentirse bienvenido, el sentirse que apenas, por ejemplo, yo luzco árabe y cada vez que se me sale el acento español es de dónde eres. Es súper bonito y eso de verdad ayuda y es algo que les va a cambiar y les va a hacer disfrutar muchísimo, muchísimo más toda la experiencia de estudiar en el Reino Unido. O sea, no solamente es la calidad de las universidades y la calidad de educación y la cantidad de estudiantes a nivel mundial que ustedes van a compartir, es el hecho que ustedes van a ser recibidos como parte de la familia. Y esto de verdad se los digo con el corazón en la mano. Y fue por lo que me he quedado. Sociedad no es perfecta, eso no existe, pero con nosotros son clase aparte. Pero como no todo es maravilloso, hay algo que se llama el clima, que a los que viven en Bogotá no les va a pegar tanto quizás, pero es algo que es algo que sí va a haber un cambio. Ustedes llegan aquí en otoño como el día de hoy es súper bonito, ahí ven cómo la vegetación cambia, hay muchos dorados, muchos rojos, y empieza el frío. Invierno es lo que les va a pegar, winter is coming, y las noches, más que el frío, que aquí no es tan fuerte, es la falta de sol. Lo que les va a pegar, las noches se vuelven muy largas. Entonces el 20 de diciembre, el 21 de diciembre, el sol sale a las 9:30 de la mañana y se mete a las 4:30 de la tarde. Entonces son noches muy largas y ahí pega. Entonces es importante estar ahí. Lo bonito es que llega primavera, los días se vuelven más largos, van a tener alergias porque flores hay, es una explosión. Y finalmente el verano, donde es lo contrario, donde los días son súper largos. Mi cumpleaños, que es en junio 20, generalmente es una parrilla en la playa, 10:30 de la noche y el sol está afuera. Y eso es súper, súper bonito. Algo que yo quiero darles para más o menos, para mostrarles lo excelente que son los ingleses y cómo ellos tienen esa facultad de reírse de ellos mismos, aunque son muy serios. Esta es una propaganda que ellos hicieron en el 2006, yo era un estudiante. Y es excelente porque es como ellos reaccionan al primer rayo del sol, cómo ellos reaccionan a ese primer día de primavera, cuando llegó el calor y el sol. Y es exagerado, pero al mismo tiempo no lo es. Yo me recuerdo, yo estaba en mi universidad y cuando eso salió, yo salí del centro y la reacción fue impresionante, porque yo vi el comercial y dije tal cual, para que lo disfruten.
The Great British Summer. Blink and you'll miss it. And Boots understand that we want to make every second count. That's why they've created their Sun Shop, which has everything we need to help us prepare for and make the most of our favourite, if rather unpredictable season. Visit the Sun Shop and get out there.
Y finalmente, que nosotros, si vienen al Reino Unido, van a tener una experiencia fenomenal. Esto era yo cuando era estudiante, todavía tenía pelo. Vienen de un país espectacular, Colombia. Los ingleses les encanta viajar, llévenselos. Yo me llevé a 7 ingleses a Venezuela, a la isla de Margarita, cuando se podía ir. Pero es de verdad, nosotros queremos que vengan a nosotros si realmente están convencidos. Entonces, hablen con nosotros, investiguen, pregunten. Que más nos pregunten, más van a saber. Esto es una inversión, no solamente monetaria, sino humana. Entonces, por favor, pregúntenos, hablen con nosotros. De verdad que estamos a la orden para lo que necesiten. Y ojalá vengan al Reino Unido, porque de verdad es un país espectacular, no solamente por la calidad de las universidades y la calidad de educación, sino por la calidad de la gente y cómo nos ven a nosotros. Muchas gracias. Emma, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Louise. Thanks so much for sharing. Love the video too. But we just to reassure everyone, all UK universities want, international students studying with us to have a similar experience to Louise. And we want to reassure you about all the different support teams and different things that you have access to when you're here on our campuses. And we really do want to look after you. So if we just move on to the next slide, thanks, Luis. So all our universities have student support teams in different, lots of different areas. So pre-arrival support is what we're here for. So in a normal year, and we're hoping that will happen again, we usually travel out to Colombia and other countries all over the world and support you with applications, all the different questions that you might have about studying in the UK and at our universities, and anything else you need help with as well. And we each have visa and immigration teams who you can call on for support as well. So that's what we're here for today, and we can all stay in touch. Our universities also hold international welcome weeks. So that's a great time of year. You know, it's one of the busiest times of year on each of our university campuses. That's when all our international students arrive as well. And we've obviously all been holding remote welcome weeks, but now are starting to introduce in-person welcome weeks because students are back on our campuses, and we're really pleased to be welcoming students back. As Luis mentioned, there will be times when, you know, culture shock might happen, and it might take you a bit longer to adjust to life in the UK if you don't know the UK. But we have lots of wellbeing support teams and obviously health centres in and around our campuses as well. So that's something that you can rely on. Our universities hold workshops, we have welfare officers, and we have mentors. So mentors could be current students, for example, sometimes PhD, certainly postgraduate students who can be your go-to person if you have any questions, even before you arrive as well, about accommodation or anything, and we can help put you in touch with those as well. But we do have professional counselling services on campus who you can call on and count on as well. So there's always a team to help with whatever needs you have when you get to the UK. Luis mentioned safety and security. So all our campuses have 24-hour security, and particularly in accommodation as well. So at Nottingham, we have accommodation, for example, and somebody who is there 24 hours. And again, that's usually a PhD student who current students can call on at any time of day or night for any help they might need. But rest assured, you know, we have security services on our campuses as well. And you'll also be assigned a personal tutor. So they will be your go-to person for anything you need around your studies. But if you need advice for anything, you can ask them and they can help point you in the right direction or put you in touch with a different team about whatever you need as well. So rest assured, you'll have support for your studies as well as anything else you need. So they will have different hours where you can knock on their door and go and have a chat or ask them any questions as well. Students' unions are the hubs of student societies and activities, which I'll tell you a little bit about in a moment. But they are also independent advice services. So, for example, if you're looking for private accommodation in the city, they can help you look at contracts, read through them, and help you before you sign, as well as all different kinds of services as well that you need. So you can count on them for independent advice. And obviously you will all have access to our National Health Service. So many of our universities have clinics on campus or close by, and you will pay for a surcharge when you apply for your visas that will give you access to our National Health Service as well. And if we move on to the next slide, please, Luis. Thank you. So this just gives you an idea of just a selection, some of the things that we've had going on our campuses to support students' health and well-being. So it's students at all levels. We've been arranging sometimes online fitness classes throughout the lockdown periods, which are now lifted in the UK. just to encourage positive mental and physical health. And if sports aren't your thing, the student societies organise different activities as well, whether that's online Netflix parties or quizzes. And certainly now that things are more open in the UK, they're arranging in-person meetings and social events as well. But just to recap on the student services, so there's always someone to hand 24 hours. So if it is something in the middle of the night that you need help with, you can call certain services, whether that's counselling or Nightline, or the tutor in your accommodation as well. But we have live chat online who we can support. We can put you in touch with some of our current students and alumni. Actually, we can support you with that so that you can ask them questions as well. And obviously, given the impact of the pandemic, there is social distancing measures still in place on campuses, so face masks in confined spaces and things, and safety measures are in place to make sure that all different areas, whether that's the gyms and the lecture theatres, everything's kept clean and hygienic. So you rest assured there, everything is in place to support you. And I think we're moving on to the next section now, or student societies. So this is just a small selection of some of the societies that are on offer at all our universities. I think each university has over 200 student societies. So some of them are sports focused. There are always subject specific societies. And again, these are at all levels. So for undergraduates and postgraduates, we have Latin American societies, dance societies, outdoor activities. So you can see here that students are playing Quidditch, but we have things like climbing and mountaineering clubs, hiking, and all the outdoors things as well. But there's definitely something for everyone, and you can try something once. You heard Luis's experiences. He had a great time just trying out different things and getting to know people on campus. So you'll definitely be busy and definitely meet people and make friends and feel at home pretty quickly. And I think we're moving on to scholarships now, so I'll hand over to you, Jenny.
Thanks, Emma. Entonces, todo eso es muy lindo, ¿verdad? Pero en cuestión muy importante es cómo pagar sus estudios, ¿no? Y yo voy a hablar un poco sobre las becas y los finance para pagar. Aquí tienes una idea de más o menos cuánto vas a pagar la matrícula para nuestras universidades. Todos son buen rankeados, así que no somos súper barato, pero recuerdo importante es que en el Reino Unido las maestrías son de 1 año. La mayoría no son 2 años en la mayoría de los casos. Así que eso es lo que vas a pagar esos 12 meses de estudios. Son distintos niveles dependiendo de la maestría que escoges. Ves que hay non-lab, que sería cosas como ciencias políticas, historia, literatura, teatro, cosas así. Lab fees sería todos los cursos como ciencias, ingenierías, cursos técnicas que llevan un elemento de usar equipos específicos en laboratorios. Después tienes Business y Management, que muchas veces cobramos una tarifa distinta para Business y Management. Y al final, los MBAs o los cursos que están vinculados con finanzas, por ejemplo, en York, Financial Management, cobran lo que llamamos un premium fee, lo más caro que hay. Para obtener la visa para estudiar en el Reino Unido hay que dar evidencia o tener en mano, por si acaso te piden, evidencias que puedes pagar toda la matrícula más los primeros 9 meses de living costs, que está citado aquí 1.000 libras esterlinas más o menos por mes durante los primeros 9 meses de los 12 meses de estudios. Esa es la cifra para todas nuestras universidades que están ubicadas fuera de Londres. Ojo que si vas a estudiar en Londres, hay que dar evidencia una suma más alta, como el capital es más caro para vivir, ¿no? Y hay descuentos, y por eso estamos aquí hoy con la ayuda de Colfuturo, porque todas nuestras universidades tienen acuerdos con Colfutura para brindar descuentos en esa cifra. Así que son muchos colombianos que vienen y no pagan todo ese monte, sino el 70%, por ejemplo, de esa cifra, o 75% de esa cifra. Next. ¿Qué más opciones tienes aparte del Colfuturo? Bueno, todas nuestras universidades tienen becas disponibles al nivel de maestrías. Muchas veces son becas parciales y hay algunas universidades que en algunos casos tienen becas completas también. Así que hay que ir otra vez a la página de web de la institución que más te interesa y ver exactamente cuáles son las opciones, qué valor tienen las becas, cuál es el fecha tope para aplicar las becas. Distinto a aplicar para Colfuturo, en la mayoría de los casos las universidades te piden la carta de admisión para la maestría primero. Y una vez que estás admitido a la universidad, estás elegible para aplicar nuestras becas. No puedes aplicar directamente a las becas hasta que hemos recibido tu aplicación de maestría y hemos evaluado. Y como mencionamos ya, ese proceso puede durar algunas semanas hasta 1 o 2 meses, dependiendo. Así que mejor empezar el proceso lo más antes posible. Aquí en el table aquí, la segunda puede ver si se puede combinar las becas de la universidad con el descuento que damos por Colfuturo. Y en 4 de los 6 casos sí se puede combinar, pero hay otros que no. Ok, Luis. Para los que les interesan más bien los doctorados, también hay algunas opciones para becas de PhD, ¿no? Otra vez, esa depende del departamento donde tú quieres estudiar. Por ejemplo, York, esta misma semana yo vi que nuestro departamento de economía tiene 4 becas que cubre todos los gastos personales y un parte como un 5,000 para la matrícula y tú tienes que compensar la otra parte por tu cuenta o usando Colfuturo, por ejemplo. Unas buenas noticias para todos los que quieren estudiar en el Reino Unido es que el año pasado cambió una regla que quiere decir que ahora hay algunas becas nacionales que son disponibles para los estudiantes internacionales. Que en el pasado no, en el pasado fue limitado por los Research Councils del Reino Unido a nada más que los británicos, los europeos. Ahora el 30% de esas becas de doctorado pueden ser dirigidos a los estudiantes internacionales. Esos son proyectos que están publicados en la página de la web o Find a PhD, por ejemplo, y buscar las oportunidades ahí. Cosa muy importante es que muchas de las fechas topes al nivel de doctorado están en enero de cada año para empezar tus estudios en septiembre, octubre. Así que ahora es el momento perfecto para empezar todo ese proceso, para no perder esa fecha tope y la posibilidad de becas. Algunas otras oportunidades que quiero mencionar son, bueno, Colciencia ya que está conocido, creo que MinCiencias y EasyTex. Muchas veces los estudiantes combinan algunos fondos con otro fondo para tener el 100% de sus gastos cubiertos, ¿no? Chevening Scholarships son de la parte del gobierno británico y desgraciadamente hoy es el fecha tope para los que están aplicando para septiembre de 2022. Pero si estás pensando empezar en septiembre de 2023, eso puede ser una opción. Son becas completas, pero hay que tener por lo menos 2 años de work experience, de experiencia profesional para ser elegible, y están buscando cierto perfil de alguien que es como un future leader, que quiere contribuir al desarrollo de su país, ¿no? Entonces es una opción interesante, pero no para este año, sino la otra. Y todas las universidades británicas son opciones por esa beca Chevening. Y finalmente, una beca del British Council, esa es específicamente para mujeres estudiando ciencias, ingenierías, matemáticas, cosas técnicas, STEM. Y eso no está abierto todavía, pero si te conectas con el British Council, yo creo que por diciembre van a abrir esa convocatoria. Y son ciertas universidades nada más, ciertas materias, no son todos, y para mujeres, pero otra opción que te puede interesar. Creo que eso es casi todo. O algunos tips. Sí, como estoy diciendo, la fecha tope es súper importante. No pierdas la oportunidad de las becas por no tener la carta de admisión en mano. Así que empezar desde hoy si puedes. Como mi colega estaba explicando, para aplicar las maestrías, los doctorados, no hay que tener todos los documentos ya en mano. El nivel de inglés, por ejemplo, se puede bajar al sistema más tarde del certificado de IELTS. Puedes combinar en muchos casos distintas becas. Aplica todas las becas que puedes. Sería un buen momento si tienes 3 opciones de becas en mano, ¿no? Y tienes que escoger. Pero ver todas las posibles becas y aplicar todos para que maximizar, para dar las más oportunidades posibles para ser exitoso. Y finalmente entender los motivos, los objetivos de la persona que está leyendo tu aplicación para la beca. Distintas becas escogen los candidatos en distintas maneras, como estaba mencionando del Chevening, que están buscando gente que están líderes, que quieren contribuir al desarrollo de su país. Entender los motivos, los objetivos para seleccionar de cada organización becaria, ¿no? Y formar el personal statement, la aplicación, cambiarlo en cuanto a tu audiencia, en cuanto a quién es leyendo esa aplicación. Ok, bueno, ya. Para Sandra, adelante.
Gracias, Jenny. Hola a todos, bienvenidos. Mi nombre es Sandra y les voy a hablar de employability. Hoy, Luis, gracias. Employability for our students and for all UK universities is quite important. If you realize that the UK has over 500 years of experience of welcoming international students to our campuses from all over the world, and British universities are consistently ranked among the best in the world in all sorts of rankings you can find. So lately there's been a discussion between if rankings are a decisive factor in the choosing of a university, and it seems like employability, the ability to find a job after you graduate, has becoming increasingly important. So employability has been, but it's increasingly growing in the student experience in the heart of the universities, what we want to offer our students. So we want to see our students graduate, thrive, and go on to achieve amazing things and make a positive impact in the world. So how do universities prepare the students to do that? I have here a couple of things. Let's see. So there's different things universities do to prepare our students for the working world. So advisory boards, so we ensure what we teach in the classroom is what the industry is using and the industry is wanting in future employees. We provide networking opportunities with industry, companies, directors, by inviting them to guest lectures, to webinars. We visit the site. Our students get to go on company headquarters and see by themselves the facilities. And another thing that is quite interesting is group projects. So at Cranfield, a group project is a sort of consultancy style assignment that is sponsored by industry partners. So we send a team of students to a partner to work on a real case project and to provide the client, the company, with a report. So this works quite well when our students bring in new ideas, new visions, and fix issues the companies didn't even know they had. So besides that, all of our universities provide our students with career service support. So we help with bespoke CV writing, preparing for interviews, revamping of your LinkedIn profile. Sometimes we do this even before you arrive on campus. We organize fairs and with companies to put you in front of recruiting partners to help you find a job. There's interview preparation, workshops where we help you prepare for interviews. So there's almost anything we want to help you find a job. Another thing we provide is job advertising boards. We connect you to companies that are recruiting, that want to recruit our students, and you can be part of this even after you graduate, long way into your career. You can always come back to our student services, our career services, and be part of this experience, this job market network. So I think that is all that I want to say. And oh, that's me again. Thank you. And now I'll be presenting you what Cranfield University is and what it can offer you. Next slide. Thank you. So Cranfield University is a STEM-focused university, like Jenny said, Ciencias, Tecnología, Ingeniería, Matemáticas, and has a business school as well. So our specialties are aerospace, defense and security. We work with governments and security forces and military forces, energy and power, environment and agri-food, manufacturing, transport systems, quite a popular one because we work with Formula One teams. And if anyone here is a fan of Formula One, Grosjean, the pilot, is alive because of a security system tested at Cranfield. Water-related degrees as well. We're located in the north of London, between what we call the Cambridge-Oxford arc, which is in the Silicon Valley of the UK. So this is where the government is investing a lot in research and development companies, and where our students get to experience those consultancy style projects and also future jobs. We are part of the Oxford-Cambridge ARC University Group. So for those of you wanting to do PhDs, you get to interact with students from Oxford, Cambridge, and other universities in the area. And we're also ranked top 50 in the world for STEM, so aerospace, mechanic, and engineering. I think that is all from me, Louise. Thank you.
Hi everyone, yes, I'll just give you a quick rundown of the University of Glasgow. So Glasgow itself is Scotland's largest city. Scotland being, I mean, it was voted last year as the most beautiful country in the world. And from my accent, you can probably tell I'm a little bit biased. Glasgow itself, the university is the 4th oldest English-speaking university in the world. So we've been doing what we do for a very long time, and you can tell that by just taking a wander around our campus, really. The picture here shows our cloisters, and we are, I think the best term to use is potentially a little bit Hogwartsy for those that are looking for somewhere. Some of Harry Potter was filmed on our campus, for example. But Glasgow itself, as I said, we're an ancient university, but we are very much pulling ourselves into the 21st century. We've got a £1 billion project of renovation happening on our campus just now. We've got brand new facilities for students. We've got some of the most up-to-date tech in Scotland and the UK university sector really getting installed as we speak at the university. And we've got new health provisions, so new spaces for our health and wellbeing centres, our business school, and masters and research centres as well. So we are an ancient university, but we are very much pulling ourselves to make our university one of the most up to date in the UK as it stands. In terms of our league tables and rankings, we are a world top 100 university. We are a member of the research intensive Russell group, so that really does mean that research is at the centre of everything we do. And we are proud right now to be the UK University of the Year and the Scottish University of the Year as well. In terms of our size, there are around 30,000 students from all over the world at Glasgow, so we are an international hub as well, and you really can tell that wandering around our campus. Glasgow itself is Scotland's largest city. It's an incredibly cool place to be a student, really. We are situated in the leafy green west end of the city, but within 6 minutes on our subway you can get into the city centre and you can experience the absolutely amazing culture and architecture and the kind of events that are happening in Glasgow at any given time. Right now, we've got the world's largest climate change conference happening. COP26 is happening on our doorstep. But Glasgow itself is a UNESCO City of Music. We have around 120 different music events happening in Glasgow in any single week. That's obviously outside of COVID, but we are starting to see the city get itself back up and running. And we're only 4 hours away from London, and we're only about 40 minutes away from Edinburgh. And we're financially, it can be a cheaper option than some of the other UK university cities as well. So yeah, that's just a very quick whistle-stop tour of Glasgow University, but I'll let whoever's next jump in.
Emma?
Thanks so much, Kyle. Sorry, thank you, Louise. So I'm just going to give you, again, really whistle-stop tour of Nottingham and the university. So first of all, where is Nottingham? It's a medium-sized city, just less than 2 hours north of London, right in the middle of the UK. I'm sure you're all familiar with Robin Hood. Nottingham has so much to offer, including its history, and it caters for thousands of students. So there's a great nightlife, an amazing history to explore. So we have a castle in the centre, and Nottingham's also a UNESCO City of Literature. So there's lots of cultural venues and events in and around the city to explore. So what's the university renowned for? Well, we're a UK top 20 university and a founding member of the Russell Group. So we're renowned for our research power, and we've ranked 8th in the UK for many years. And that's thanks to some of our inspiring academics. So MRI technology was developed by a Nottingham academic, Sir Peter Mansfield. He won the Nobel Prize for Medicine. You may remember the boots in the video that Luis just showed us. Well, our campus, the land is donated by the founder of Boots, so pharmacy is is our best subject and world renowned as well. And we're also renowned for sport. So we're really proud to be Sports University of the Year for the second time in 3 years. So there's something for everyone, practicing at every level. We have state-of-the-art for sports facilities. Nottingham's also known for our beautiful campuses, and we have overseas campuses in China and Malaysia, over 200 partnerships with universities in 40 countries. So that's another great opportunity for our students. Now, in an average year, so definitely not 2021, we welcome around 47,000 students across all our campuses, 33,000 in Nottingham alone, and usually around 8,000 of those are international students, so that includes our exchange students as well. It's a really vibrant and close-knit community on campus. And in terms of our 5 faculties, just to quickly run through those, so we have arts, engineering, medicine and health sciences, science and social sciences. So some highly ranked subjects and popular subjects with Colombian students are renewable energy and architecture, sustainable energy engineering, biological photography and imaging, drug discovery, biotechnology, data science, economics, law, those kind of subjects. So we hope to be able to welcome you to our campuses. Espero darles la bienvenida en el futuro. Just let me know if you have any more questions. I'd be really pleased to keep in touch. Thanks for listening, and I think we're moving on to passing on to Warwick. Rachel.
Hello, thanks very much, Emma. Thanks, Louise. So, very quick overview. The University of Warwick. We are in the city of Coventry in the Midlands in the UK. Midlands being middle, we're in the middle of the country, which is great because you get to see lots of places without it taking too long at all. Here are some of the numbers that are associated with the University of Warwick at the moment. Lots of them are depending on the rankings that you're looking at, but we have been consistently ranked a top 10 UK universities since we were founded just over 50 years ago. Similar to some of the universities on the call, we are a member of the Russell Group, so research is the leading forefront of everything that we do here at Warwick. So 60 in the UK, we have 14 subjects in the top 5 in the UK for 2022, and they vary greatly. We have some in our social science courses, some for applied theatre. There also our film studies is number 1 in the UK at the moment. So, and also some of our science and engineering programmes too. So lots of flexibility and kind of different performances across different faculties. We are ranked 61st in the world by QS for 2022 and 78th for the Times Higher Education. We were ranked 2022 the 5th best city in the UK to be a student in Coventry. It is the UK's City of Culture this year, and that is from May 2021 to May 2022. So there's lots going on at the moment, and lots of things to see and do and enjoy in the city at this current time. We have also been voted the University of the Year for Teaching Quality for 2022, and we were University of the Year runner-up for 2022 as well. So lots of numbers, lots of things that are going on. But if you have any questions about our application process, our campus life, anything to do with a course specifically, across any of the ones that you're interested in, then please do get in touch, and I am more than happy to help answer any of those for you. Thank you very much.
Hello, everyone. It's my turn. You will see now here very quickly at the University of Sussex, our campus with the lovely city of Brighton at the back. Sussex is very well known for being ranked for 5 years running the #1 university in the world for development. To put things in context, Harvard is number 2. If you want to change the world, this is the university for you. Our research is considered top 50 in the world for impact, and 2 weeks ago, we ranked the #1 university in the world for student diversity by the study portal Global Satisfaction Awards. These awards, more than 100,000 students for 4,000 universities around the world were asked about the atmosphere in the university, especially when the background is not English, and that includes age, religion, culture, the country, gender, and special needs. And the university came top, #1 in the world. We're also, the city where we're located is a fantastic city. I'm sorry, guys, but it's my favorite city in the UK. And just to quote Lonely Planet, without doubt, Britain's more colorful and outrageous city, and it is a fantastic city. I've never seen so many crazy people in one place. So Sussex is a great opportunity. It's a great choice. Something I want to say to you: we all go about rankings, and rankings are an important part of your decision. However, it's not the only decision. It's as important or more important your research, and that you see the masters, you see the modules, you see the teachers, you see the academics, the research centers, because it's as important. Rankings are a guide. Do not take or do not make the decision just based on a ranking. Talk to us. This is why we're here, and please do research. This is going to change your life. It's going to be, an amazing experience. Make sure that you do all the research you can. And now, finally, last but not least, Jenny.
Very, very quickly, yeah, so just to highlight some things about York, we're particularly known for arts and humanities and social sciences. We're top 50 in the world for arts and humanities, top 100 for social sciences, top 100 for psychology, another Russell Group university, and we do have partial scholarships available that can be combined with the cultural funding. We're a campus university in the north of England, 2 hours from London. Nowhere is very far from London in the UK. We're a very small island, in fact. And if you could just show the next slide, Luis, I think that gives an idea of some of the master's degrees that are
I think it's only one.
It's only one. Sorry, I was going to say areas that are particularly popular with Colombian students are things like peace and conflict studies, public administration, international relations, economics, we have several different masters in economics, education, TV and film production, environmental economics, environmental management. So there's loads to explore. And again, we're here to help. Myself and all of my colleagues are here to support Colombian applicants. So please do email us, make an appointment to chat with us, get in touch, and we will, as I say, be really happy to hear from you and help answer any questions that we didn't get to cover in the chat today. So thank you very much for your time. Do we have time for questions? We're about done.
No, we don't have questions. It's 11, but thank you so much. It was very, very fast, but very useful, all the information. And we have all the emails. We will send this presentation with this video, so we expect people can contact all of you. So thank you so much, and have a nice day.
Gracias a ustedes. Disculpen que hablamos muchísimo, pero es que tenemos mucha pasión por lo que hacemos, pero cualquier cosa, de verdad que estamos a la orden. Ahí están nuestros emails.
Muchísimas gracias. Y vamos a enviar todo esto. Que estén muy bien. Hasta luego. Bye.
Gracias. Chao.
Thank you. Gracias a todos.